Hey everyone, I just want to tell you we're holding for about 5 more minutes because of the rain, and we speculate that some of the people who've replied to the Evite might be getting held up for weather. So we're just going to hang on for maybe 5 more, and then we'll get started. Great to see you all. Thank you for coming. I think we're ready. Woo! Hey, everybody. It's nice to see you all tonight. I'm seeing a lot of faces that I love to see, a lot of familiar faces from the present and the past, grads, undergrad students, alumni, faculty. I'm glad we're all in the same room. So before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping, just to let you know some stuff. When you come up for a trophy, if you win and you come up for a trophy, there are trophies over there. You can come up, you can say hi to the presenter, shake their hand, go receive a trophy. We have two kinds of trophies, designated different categories, and we have Charlie. Say hi, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Charlie's job is to make sure you walk away with the correct trophy for your categories. So let Charlie hand you a trophy. Don't get, excited and go running and grabbing one. That's his job. That's why I have him here. Just to let you all know, this is the 46th year of Visions. It's older than Larry, but 1 year younger than me. It's surprising. But it is, in fact, the 45th Visions because it had COVID 1 year. Come on, that was a joke, please. Okay. And because I often get questions about this, and I always have brand new people in the audience, our judges are allowed to not nominate for a category, to compress categories together, or to only nominate a winner. So that might explain why some things may not match up with what you thought when you submitted, in case. It's not like it happens a lot, but I just feel like that transparency is important. Other than that, I will be your host for the night. My name is Kylos. You might know me as Kylos or Professor Brannon. If you know me as Professor Brannon and you happen to be from my Com 651 class, make sure to check in with Manny for your extra points for showing up tonight. I do not mind bribing my students with quiz points to get some butts in the seats. With that, can I get a montage? Those are all clips from previous winners from previous years, and some of tonight's winners will be added to that for next year. I am excited to announce our first presenter of the night. She is a professor here with us in Film and Media Arts and head of the Center for Environmental Filmmaking. Maggie Stogner is going to come up to present our Honored Alumni Award.
Hi, everybody, and welcome, welcome. I'm always excited about Visions, but I'm really excited this year to see all the people in the audience. And I am thrilled to be able to present a very special award, the Alumni Award, tonight. And it's a film, it's a person who was in my class as both an undergraduate and then later in another class as a graduate, Chelsea Green. She has just finished directing her first feature documentary, We Are Guardians, about the indigenous peoples in the Amazon who are fighting valiantly to save the forests in the Amazon. It was selected as award-winning film and closed. It was the final night film of the DC Environmental Film Festival, which just ended on Saturday. And I had the opportunity with a couple of students here in the audience, hey, students, to watch it. It was a packed theater. It is a very moving, powerful, outstanding film, and I hope you all get a chance to see it. I have to say, it just was, it still has me thinking. It represented different points of view. It drew you into the place, the people, the families, the issues in an incredibly thoughtful way. I couldn't be more proud of Chelsea for making such a beautiful film. And it also has a really dynamic impact campaign. So she's going to talk more about it. I ask you all to go to the website for the film, weareguardiansfilm.com, and check out what you can do to really help save the Amazon forests. But I'm going to turn it over to Chelsea because she's got more to say. And oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you.
But first, we're going to tease you with that trailer.
Guardiões são protetores. Somos verdadeiros protetores de água, floresta, animais. Isso nos transforma no maior crime ambiental do Brasil.
Se parar isso aí, eu vou passar fome.
É um fluxo financeiro que ele está altamente interligado nos mercados internacionais.
Protegemos a floresta, o mundo há milhares de anos. Vocês nunca tiveram direito a caçar e a pescar.
Pelo menos 600 de nós já foram assassinados desde 2014.
Meu coração chora. Qualquer coisa, pistoleiro, qualquer ou madeireira, me matam.
Corrupção onde não existe. Onde não existe no mundo.
Destruir a Amazônia é, em parte, destruir a nós mesmos.
Morre se preciso for por esse pedaço de floresta que existe.
A roupa é certo pro mundo. Somos guardiões.
Essa luta ela é minha, essa luta é sua, essa luta é nossa.
Thank you. Wow, I didn't know there was a trophy involved. So cool. Well, I'm really happy to be here. It's so cool. I haven't been back to campus for like 6 years, and I'm really happy that I was able to direct a feature documentary just before turning 30. Got it done. It was really difficult. You know, being in the Amazon jungle is very hot and sweaty and bug bitten, and I got my life threatened by illegal loggers, and I had to wrangle a whole team together, and we all got it done together, and we made it happen, and we did it. And that's the biggest advice that I have for you all is to follow your passion and work really hard for it, and realize what your path is, and really, in order to find out what your path is, you have to be quiet and listen sometimes, and take time away from your phone and out in nature and just figure that out. And once you find out, go for it. Work really hard. That's my best advice, because I did that, and now I'm so proud, and I'm really happy with what we were able to do, and we're making a difference. We're helping the Indigenous Guardians get supplies they need to protect the forest, and build bases to protect their territories better, and to regenerate the forest with agricultural products they can use to make a sustainable income for their future endeavors. And we want to help the illegal logger in the film too, and we have lots of goals, and I know we're going to be able to overcome them and to get to achieve all of them because of how powerful the film is and how it builds a movement and brings an audience together. I've seen this so far. And we're on Netflix in Latin America, and we'll be on streaming platforms in the rest of the world soon. And it's been a magical journey through it all. So, keep following your passion and your dream. And when it comes to, the best thing I could say too at a communications school is we need to build a better media system. We need to take the power away from these big corporations who are just putting these messages of consumerism on our phones, all our screens, all the time. People ask me in Q&As, like, what can we do? Well, these big companies are controlling the narrative. We need to control the narrative. And you all have the power to tell inspiring stories of our connection to nature, about indigenous peoples, about the way that they've lived for thousands of years connected with nature, telling stories about taking care of animals and living minimalistically and all the things that we really need to do to overcome these big challenges. Let's control the narrative. Let's make some things happen here. You can do it.
Thank you, Chelsea. Very, very excited that we were able to give you that award and that you joined us tonight. Next up, I'm going to welcome to the podium the Director of Film and Media Arts Division, Larry Engel.
Can't see everybody out there, but welcome. I'd like to have you, before I present my remarks, both online on YouTube, hi YouTube, YouTubers, I'd like you to just look around at one another in the shadows and acknowledge family and friends. Students, would you cheer for those who have supported you? Or at least tolerated you during this experience. And faculty, friends, please give a big shout out for our students. Most of the students who know me know that I'm here because of you. So, and I think our faculty are here because of you and because of what Chelsea said about making a difference in the world. You know, you're up next. So, I just want to welcome you to this year's Vision. It's great for me to be back. I wasn't here in person last year, but I'm happy to be here this year. It's my pleasure to introduce Interim Dean Lena Jaswal. And I really want to emphasize interim because I can't wait for Lena to come back to photography and FMA. And I think that's shared by all of our students and all of our faculty. For the past year, Lena has served the School of Communication as interim dean during our search and some turbulence. And as a division director, I am incredibly grateful to you, Lena, for taking the helm, righting the ship, and bringing us into calmer waters. I used to sail a lot, so sorry for the metaphors. At least I didn't mix them just yet. So Lena is going to be presenting a special honor tonight to John Douglas, our associate professor emeritus, and a dear, dear friend of mine who actually brought me to AU in 2005. I can't believe it's quite that long ago. John is the heart and soul of of film and media arts, and he's been a leader with us for several, 4 decades? 4 decades. That makes him the leader of FMA for a longer period than I've been alive, so I'm impressed. In any case, he's retired and engaged, and we miss John's presence on the second floor. So, Lena, if you would do the honors.
I am old, maybe a little older than 45. I am truly privileged that Film and Media Arts asked me to speak about our dear colleague, John Douglas, and honor him tonight. Professor Douglas joined the faculty at American University in 1978, but prior to that, he attended AU both as an undergrad and a graduate student studying English literature and performing arts. When Professor Douglas began teaching at American, the Department of Communication was under the College of Arts and Sciences. Professor Douglas was an outstanding teacher and quickly became a strong administrator when the Department of Communication became its own school. Professor Douglas has generously served the Film and Media Arts program as its division director for 35 years. There's so much I owe to John. but I thought I'd share some of my colleagues' thoughts on John first. From Maggie Stogner. Friend, colleague, mentor doesn't begin to describe John. He has been the heart and soul of the film and media arts for many years, always generous with his time and thoughtful guidance. His office door was perpetually open for a valuable word of advice, a sounding board for solving problems, or a friendly break from the scurry of the day. From Randall Blair, a paragraph on John Douglas? Impossible. It would take many pages to do him justice. John is the reason why I came to AU to get my master's degree and the reason that I stayed to teach for the past 28 years. Along with Glenn Harnden, John created the Film and Media Arts Division and led it through decades of growth and success. He put everything he had into service of this division, the school and the university, including many years on the university budget committee, often as chairman. He is the first person that alums mention or ask about when they remember their time at SOC. And no matter how difficult the challenge, John always faced it with humor and professionalism. From Kylos Brannon. I met John Douglas in the summer of 2000 when I traveled to DC for the purpose of visiting AU. I had been accepted into the Film and Media Arts MFA program. He met me with the typical John Douglas warmth, humor, blunt honesty, and wisdom I've come to associate with John for a nearly 21-year relationship. John has gone from instructor to mentor to guardian to friend and colleague. He's kept tabs on me after I graduated, and he offered me opportunities to hone my teaching skills as an adjunct. After I applied for a full-time faculty position, he guided me through not only the halls of AU, but also the broader maze of academia. I don't know if I can quantify how much effort he had on my professional and creative life, from career choices to governance at AU to pedagogical input and innovation. John has lent me his ear and his words. I say all this to make a specific point. I know that my story is representative of countless others that have come before me, both students and faculty. Patricia Ofterheide. John has been unfailingly generous and flexible, honoring the multiple creativities of both his students and his faculty. Personally, I found that he encouraged me in all my teaching experiments and was supportive when they worked less well than I wanted them to. Although my own work has been completely different than most of FMA, he was unfailingly supportive of my advancement. Bill Gentile. John Douglas has been an ally to both students and faculty. More than just a colleague, he is a friend, always available to dive into his deep institutional experience and memory to help guide policies and decision-making for the betterment, if not just the SOC, but the university as a whole. With generosity of spirit and steady hand, John helped steer the SOC's Film and Media Arts Division for decades towards what it is today, a world-renowned resource for learning and embracing the visual storytelling language. And finally, Glenn Harnden. John's life with the university at SOC extends over 50 years and is inextricably entwined with the development of AU and its rise in the rankings. And with the development of SOC and Film and Media Arts programs and the recognition of being among the best in the country. Like the university, SOC, and Film and Media Arts, he is among the very best. I want to go back to his role as an outstanding teaching. John loves to teach. The sheer delight his students found in his teaching is best exemplified in my memory while walking down the halls over decades on late Friday afternoons when most students wanted to be out of classes and ready to go off campus. The peals of laughter would come rippling from behind the doors of John's classroom. And from me, now. As some of you know, I'm only standing in this spot because of John. He was one of my first professors. He taught me in basic visual media production, and I must confess, I was not a very good student. I came in only wanting to study photography, and I was forced to take this filmmaking class. I still remember my piece de resistance in that class. It was a study on the color orange. And John definitely gave me the grade that I deserved for that wonderful piece. John knew the importance of knowing all media, and because of that class, it gave me a foundation to finally become a filmmaker. He knew better for me than what I did all those years ago. John championed my reappointment, and this is a story that I didn't know about until a couple of years later. When we had an opening, we didn't have it, we had got a new dean, and there were no appointments left. There was no reappointment for me, and we didn't have a position for myself. And unbeknownst to me, John wrote a letter to the incoming dean and asked to keep me. I only knew about that because my first meeting with that dean was that he said, well, I guess I have to keep you because I got these letters. And so John has always had my back, no matter what, has always had my back. Professor Douglas is an outstanding teacher. His courses were highly sought after. His teaching and leadership are entwined with the development of the Film and Media Arts Division. He led the establishment of the MFA degree in Film and Electronic Media, worked with CAS on an interdisciplinary MFA in directing and the development of performing arts, created the Summer in LA program, developed the Summer Institute in Film and Digital Media. He also redesigned one of our core courses, Visual Literacy. He developed a study abroad relationship with Monash University, University of Melbourne, and Victoria College of Arts in Melbourne. Professor Douglas led the thesis seminar and mentored numerous MA and MFA students on their final projects. All of this hard work was recognized by The Hollywood Reporter when they profiled Professor Douglas as one of the 8 film school mentors in the US, teaching the next generation of Hollywood heavyweights. He was recognized by ITVA in 2007 when they awarded him the Distinguished Achievement Award. And as you can hear, these are just a small sample of what John has meant to SOC, FMA, and AU. It's still hard for me to walk through these halls without seeing John here. You are more to us than a colleague. You are our friend. Your legacy is so deeply embedded in our program, and today we are thrilled to recognize you with this special Visions Award. Please help me congratulate John.
This isn't easy. I served as chair of the Senate twice and taught here for 40 years and never had a hard time talking, but now I'm having that. It's hard to sit there and listen to people tell you how much they love you, and it makes me want to stand here for the next hour and a half telling you all how much I love you. But there are awards to be given, I believe. Filmmaking is an interesting business. It's sort of art by committee. And in choosing the committee members, you always want the very best that you can get, who know their job and who will do their job in support of the vision of the project. And I think that's the way we chose our faculty. We wanted professionals who knew what they were doing. We wanted professionals who cared about students, and God knows we got them. And we got people that would get along with each other. And Lena and I were talking earlier this evening about what a family we have here in film and media arts. And it's been a very warm and wonderful experience for me to have spent my career here. I hope all of you will go forward and do as well as some of these wonderful people have done themselves the students that we've had here, it's just amazing what some of them have accomplished. And I'm so proud of all of them. And some of the ones who are sitting here, as you noticed, were my students. There was Lena, Sarah, Randall, where are you? Kylos, Laura, I don't know if she's here or not. Dara Padwo-Audick is also one of my students. They're all here. There we go. All right. We're at a crucial time right now. You documentarians and storytellers try to tell the stories of truth. And we're at a time right now when truth is very difficult to find. There's a lot of lies out there. There's a lot of weird stories going around. And as Catherine Rampell was saying in the newspaper a couple days ago, lies will get around the world, halfway around the world before truth can put its boots on. So those of you who are going forward, I hope that you've learned not only to make movies. I mean, this isn't a trade school, for God's sakes. You all must have critical abilities to know the truth and to carry that forward. And we're entering this digital age that's going to be trying for all of us. And you people are going to be the ones that have to, hold that lamp. Diogenes is a lamp up in the air, all right? Looking for truth. So be careful out there, but also you have a very important task ahead of you. So God bless all of you, and I'm sorry I don't know you students out there. Makes me want to come back and teach a class, but no, I'm not. No, I'm not going to. I'm done. My life has gone west in a very wonderful direction with my friend Melanie, who I'm glad I've had a chance to introduce her to some of the faculty and friends that I've had here. And so let's go on to the show. No, you don't want to hear about this from me. Let's go have our awards. This is really kind of neat. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You all are wonderful.
Not to belabor anything, because Lena already spoke for me, but I would just like to say I'm very, very happy to have honored John tonight and that you're here with us. And there are few people in my life not related to me by blood who have affected who I am and what I do as much as John Douglas. So thank you for being here, sir. All right, moving along. What's next? Oh yeah, that's what's next. Next we have the Ron Sutton Visual Literacy Award. And I'm going to bring up Sarah Menkefish to present it.
Thank you very much. Well, the Ron Sutton Visual Literacy Award, many of you, none of you, had Ron Sutton as a professor here at American University. You did, Lena. And Ron Sutton came to American University and was instrumental in developing a visual literacy course and has been supportive and passed away a number of years ago and still been supportive of visual literacy through his family. For students in visual literacy are recognized, the top students are selected from all that took the course for this academic year and were nominated by their faculty members. And two of them this evening are receiving the Ron Sutton Visual Literacy Award. And Ron would be so proud of all the students taking visual literacy, but in particular of these two students. In addition to the award they will receive this evening, they will also be receiving $150. So we want to congratulate first, the first recipient of this evening's award is joining us online from Beijing, China, Alan Martinez, who is studying there this semester. So congratulations, Alan. Alan took visual literacy this past fall semester. And the second recipient is Samantha Jaffe from the fall semester as well. Samantha. Visual literacy is typically taken by first-year students and transfer students, of course, as they come into American University. And we are so proud of all the students who take visual literacy and so grateful to the Ron Sutton, the family of Ron Sutton, for providing this award that continues on for years to come. Thank you.
All right, now we're at the part you've all been waiting for. We get into the categories you've submitted your hard work for consideration. And our first category is going to be photography, presented by Sean Schroff. Come on down here, Sean.
Thank you, Kylis. How's everyone? All right, good. So we have four photo categories. Our first category is our single image category, and our nominees are Mary Supernall, Mara Cox, and Chen Hao Ma, or Travis. And our winner is Mary Supernall. Congratulations, Mary. Congratulations. Our next photography series is our documentary series category. And our nominees are Ryan Barna, Radate Louie, and Adam Butler. And our winner is Ryan Barna. Next up, we have our Fine Art Photography Series. And our nominees are Anna Marie King, Melanie Orosio, and Becky Lake. And Anna Marie King is our winner. And it looks like Anna Marie's not here tonight. All right. In our final category is our portfolio category. And we have Samantha Jaffe, Tori Smith, and Chen Hao Ma. And our winner is Samantha Jaffe. The last photo thing that I have to present is for the John R. Bowden Scholarship. And I have something that I'm trying to pull up on my phone. I thought I had it ready. My apologies. So some quick background on this. John R. Bowden is a former news and fashion photographer for the Washington Star. and he later operated his own commercial photography studio. Mr. Bowden grew up in Washington, D.C. and attended American University. He joined the photographic staff at the Washington Star in 1969 and remained with the newspaper until its closing. His work at the Star included a full range of news assignments from the riots and demonstrations of the early 1970s to Congress and the White House. After the Star closed, he began to do editorial and commercial photography. He renovated an old warehouse in Capitol Hill and opened the John Bowden Studio. And this award is given on behalf of Mr. Bowden's family to a student pursuing their passion for photography. I'm pleased to announce that this year's winner for the John Bowden Scholarship is Bryn Rardin. Congratulations. I don't know if you get one of those things. All right.
All right. Next up, we have our new media categories, and I'm going to present them. So our first category is the category of a PSA, and our nominees are Pointless Button by Christopher Jelly and Women Directors in the Academy Awards by Samantha Noland and Kenzie Yoakum. And the winner is Pointless Button.
This is a pointless button. It's not a broken button, it's just fundamentally flawed. To understand why, let's take a look at the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, when the U.S. Congress decided to sign human empathy into law. The ADA addresses discrimination on the basis of disability and the integration of people with disabilities into mainstream society. The Act consists of 5 sections or titles. Title I covers employment to provide reasonable access to jobs and prevent discrimination by employers. Title II is all about public services and providing access to the resources provided by state and local government. Title III is public accommodations, which covers access to buildings open to the public. Title IV covers accessibility to telecommunications, back when people actually talked to each other on the phone rather than just communicating via emoji. And Title V is a section of miscellaneous provisions, a potpourri of legal goodness.
Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
So our next category in new media is the category of mashup, and our nominees are Autobiography by Christopher Jelly, Becoming a White Woman by Samantha Noland, and Sailing with the Spirit by Bryn Rardin. And the winner is Autobiography by Christopher Jelly.
The power to control the world is in which finger?
Oh no! I think I'm gonna fail, and I'll be banished to the swamp for 100 years.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. We're wasting our time.
Much anger in him.
Why are you hopping up and down?
Because I'm hopping mad.
Guy's got a sense of humor. Hey, why don't you join us?
Where are you going?
We're following our dream.
Dreams are how we figure out where we want to go. Life is how we get there. I'm headed this way.
Welcome back. He's going to get in some steps. I mean, he's getting in some steps. That seemed weird. Sorry. Next category is experimental. And our nominees are The Elusive Home by Redate Lewy, Ethereal by Becky Lake, and I Burn, I Pine, I Perish by Mar Cox. And our winner is The Elusive Home by Redate Lewy.
Stop. Breathe. Go back in time when everything was calm and easy. Go back to the exact moment you took a plane for the first time, the excitement you felt, the dread and anticipation. Did you know then that everything would change? Stop. Breathe. Go back in time, the very first time you missed your home. How did it feel when you came back and everything felt right? Did you know then that home will never be the same? Stop. Breathe. Go back in time when you left a piece of your heart in a different place, a place you never thought would be home. Think of the memories, the friends, the food, the smells. Did you know then that your heart will never be whole again?
Congratulations. All right, our next category is digital image manipulation. And our nominees are Voku Poster 1 by Travis Chenhow, Voku Poster 2 by Travis Chenhow, and Open Book Movie Poster by Christopher Jelly. And the winner is Voku Poster 2. You can come over here first. So Travis approached me before the show, and while we don't do thank yous or speeches with recipients, he asked if he could make a short announcement. I told him if he kept it quick, he can do it.
I remember last year when they announced my name, I didn't know I should come to the platform. And 2 years ago, because of COVID, I even didn't get a chance to get a platform when they announced my name. So I'm very happy I'm finally here before I leave AAU, because I'm going to graduate in May. But the reason why I'm here is because almost all the people I know, they're going to graduate this semester. So we are planning to do a photography show in the beginning of May, the first week in May. So people who are going to graduate, we're going to make a photography show, and the theme going to about how we grew and learn in AU. So I'm going to send an email this week later, but please join us. Thank you.
Okie doke. I don't know why I said that. It's a punchy time for me, y'all. It's been a busy, busy, busy week. There's only so many hours in a life. Anyway, motion graphics. We all know what they are. We've got a category for them. And the nominees in that category are Pandora's Toy Box by Christopher Jelly, Cat Kong by Sarah L. Mustakim, and Back Ordered by Lindsay Aronson. And our winner is Pandora's Toy Box by Christopher Jelly. I'm happy to come by, but you don't have to keep. All right, so our last category under new media is animation, and our nominees for animation are Little Child by Samantha Noland, Pinball by Brian Terrell, excuse me, and Trixar by Amy A. Young. And our winner here is Pinball.
Step right up, if you dare, and experience the new pinball sensation from Asa Games. It's Count Gauntly's Horrors from the Pinball Domain. Light up the graveyard to enter Gauntly's crypt. This game is out of this world. Moonwalk. Strike the pyramid and trigger Mummy Multi-Ball. Go me the mummy. But watch out for the clown and his horrible hijinks. Coming soon from Count Gauntly and Asa Games, the makers of pleasant nightmares.
Hi there. I owe you an email on it. All right, so our next group of categories is the screenwriting categories. And to let you know the process for this one, since we don't have media for our scripts, what we have is a slide with the log lines and the log line read. So for those of you who win, give it a moment so that we can see and hear what your story is about. And I'm very excited to bring up to present the screenwriting categories our newest faculty member in film and media arts, and someone I've come to know quite well over the last few months. And we're really excited to have him involved here tonight. And I owe him a big thanks, as Jamie Sisley and also Claudia Myers, who isn't here tonight, helped produce Visions with me this year, along with a team of grad students. And I can't express how much I owe them for getting involved and helping to produce this show. So, enough of that. Jamie, come on up and announce our screenwriting category.
Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well on this rainy night. I first just want to say how happy I am to be here to celebrate your all's work. So congratulations again to all of y'all who have been nominated and won. And before I start getting into the awards, I just want to add one more bonus that will happen for screenwriters. The winners of the fiction categories, grad and undergrad, will be invited to a mentoring session with alumni Jay Jameson. Jay is currently a writer and story editor on the CW Superman and Lois, and the recipient of 2021's Honored Alumni Award. So that's a really wonderful mentorship opportunity. So let's get into it, right? First category, series pilot. The nominees are Damper by Rachel Lippitz, Tip Off by Grace Rowland, and Imported by Brian Terrell. And the winner is Damper by Rachel Lippitz.
When sudden earthquakes shake the city, a habitual construction worker discovers his world lies inside a grand piano. Before his city falls apart, he must befriend the piano player. But reasoning with a tortured artist is no easy task.
All right, next up is documentary short. The nominees are Unmasked by Tori Smith, Culinary Lineage of a Jewish Mother by Samantha Noland, and After the Bomb by Heather Brumley. And the winner is Unmasked by Tori Smith.
Often discussed as a childhood disorder, Unmasked explores what it is like to be diagnosed with autism in adulthood.
Perfect. Hey, congratulations, Tori, wherever you are. Next up is Undergraduate Fiction Short. And the nominees are Dine and Date by Grace Rowland, Eye Exam by Shutong Murray, Half an Orange by Lexi Rakis, and Takeout by Tristan Au. And the winner is Takeout by Tristan Au.
After a carjacking goes awry, the perpetrator, an older, desperate immigrant, questions the consequences and his morals while with a younger, gung-ho partner in crime.
Congrats, Tristan. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. All right, next up is Undergraduate Fiction Feature. There are two nominees here. One is Searching Saigon by Tristan Au, and the second is Chew by Andrew Powers. And the winner is Come Back Up, Searching Saigon by Tristan Au.
30 years after the deportation of their father, two meddling, disconnected brothers returned to Vietnam in search of him, but struggled to navigate the place they once called home.
Congrats, sir. Yeah. All right, next up is Graduate Fiction Short. And the nominees for this category are Don't Say the F Word by Redate Lewy, Releve by Giovanna Roscos Rice, Second Chances by Samantha Nolan, and Sliced by Mark Hawks. And the winner is Releve by Giovanna Roscos Rice.
The young ballerina gets her first period on the day of her class's recital. Ashamed to tell anybody, she keeps it a secret. When the situation runs out of her control and she's unable to go on stage, she finds comfort in an unexpected way.
I thought you were there listening to you. One more category. I just want to say two quick things. One, I just want to say thanks so much to the two GAs that helped with this on my end, Charles and Mira. Thanks so much. And also, I was remiss in saying the judges who judged these categories wanted to pass along that they were incredibly impressed, really, by all your all's work. So again, congratulations. So lastly, Graduate Fiction Feature. And the nominees are Bark at the Moon by Nate Schrader and Mini Motherhood by Gabrielle Maxine Locke. And the winner is Bark at the Moon by Nate Schrader.
Brett Hawks has just been released from prison when his brother, a sheriff's deputy, is bitten by a werewolf. Brett soon discovers that his older brother David has been turned. In this modern take on a horror staple, Brett decides to hide David's secret not only from the public, but from David himself. He hides the victims of the werewolf curse every full moon. As David tries to rise above his condition, Brett relishes the power.
Congratulations. I want to read that. Great to meet you. Thank y'all.
Okay, so we're in our final stretch of categories before the sponsored awards. Film and video categories. And we're going to kick that off with the Center for Environmental Filmmaking sponsored award in the environmental category, presented by Maggie Stockner. Come on back up.
Hi, everybody. It's a great pleasure to be able to offer this award through the Center for Environmental Filmmaking, which really is created to help launch the next generation of filmmakers that are going to go out there and make a positive change and change that narrative. And it comes with a $200 award from the Center for Environmental Filmmaking. And
I believe we just have a winner.
And the winner is Dear Ocean by Giovanna. Woohoo!
Something really powerful happened to me when I finally chose to let go. Life quickly became very quiet. I had to learn the steps to walking alone. With time, I opened myself up to the world around me in a new way.
For our next few categories in film and video, we're going to welcome Sarah Menkefish back to the podium. Maybe. Did we lose Sarah? She was just here. Okay. Maybe I'll do some. I don't look like Sarah. Okay. Fair enough. That's fine. I've got a script. I know what's going on. All right. Our next category under film and video is music video. And we don't have nominees. We just have a winner here. And that is I Burn, I Pine, I Perish by Marjay Cox. Congratulations, Mark. All right, our next category is undergraduate fiction short. And our nominees are, I'm going to say this is Alishka and the Pink Dress, which I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, by Yasmin Tomei and Shelby Iron, Tabby by Rachel Lippitz, and Open Book by Christopher Jelly. And our winner is Alishka and the Pink Dress.
Eliško, pust paní.
No worries.
Tonitz.
Oh. Eliška, look, it's the cutest little baby. Eliška, speaking English, honey.
Why does it look like that? It looks scary.
Eliška.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right. I don't know if we have anyone from Eliška here tonight. I don't think so. It's okay. We'll get people their trophies. Undergraduate Fiction Long is next. And the nominees are White Marlboro by Kajing Wang and Bowen Peng, and Omikaze by Tristan Au. And the winner is Omikaze by Tristan Au.
Dinner tonight, Masendo?
Yes, I've got a reservation.
Reservation at 6:30. He arrived 2 minutes ago.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations. All right, our next category is Graduate Fiction Short, and we only have a winner, no other nominees, and that would be Frisbee of Love by Yari Jamali.
Sachi, you know our housewarming party is in 2 hours.
I know. You invited like 200 people.
And no one RSVP'd. Nothing is going to ruin this party.
And I know that Becky Lake is here to accept this, or I believe your producer?
Yes,
That-
I submitted this.
Yes, I saw your name. Come on up. Congratulations. That's what step and repeats are for, people. And I know Yari's out there somewhere on the YouTube, I hope. Hope you're doing well, Yari. Graduate Fiction Long is our next category, and our nominees are Do for Love by Rakira Graham and Stone Fort by Mark Hawks. And the winner is Stone Fort. Come back up here.
Before we dive into breakfast, let's stop what we're doing and pray. Dear Father, we thank you for your blessings. I ask you to be with each and every one of these fine young women. We ask you to bless this food for the nourishment of our bodies. Amen. Amen. And now, a bit of housekeeping. Our new counselors, you will be paired with a senior counselor to complete your training. You can find these assignments over here on the announcement board. We only have one day to prepare, So let's get it done and do it well. Amen? Amen. All right, let's eat.
Thanks again. Thank you. All right, so for our remaining documentary categories, I'm going to welcome Professor Bill Gentile to the stage, and I can see him, and I know he's here. So come on up. I'm talking to you. You were talking to me.
It's really fun to be up here with here in this place with all of you and some of this great work you've done. So this category is Undergraduate Doc Short. And we have the nominees Translated Reflections by May Matute and Finding Her Footing by Sarah El Mostaqim. And the winner is Translated Reflections, May Matute.
Mi primera preocupación es que ya he perdido mi acento ecuatoriano. Al decir en voz alta las oraciones que yo misma escribí, las palabras se sienten extranjeras dentro de mi boca al salir de mis labios. Aunque me parece que la gramática de estas palabras es la correcta, me queda la sensación que estoy pensando en lo que quiero decir en inglés y traduciéndolo al español de manera extraña. I fear que solo sé amar en inglés. Mis sentimientos don't align y me pierdo en un mar de palabras tiernas y desconocidas. Un te amo no es lo mismo que decir I love you, in my book. No sé cómo arreglar este error de traducción. Es como puzzle pieces that I'm trying to shove together because their edges look similar, but they don't fit. Y sin embargo sigo intentando, porque son piezas que me pertenecen, o que me solían pertenecer.
Next category is Graduate Documentary Short, and the nominees are What Love Knows by Amy A. Young, For Emily by Amy A. Young, Dear Ocean by Giovanni Ruskoff-Reese, and Food for All by Heather Brumley. And the winner is What Love Knows, Amy A. Young.
My mother smiled radiantly as she spoke. I could hear her laughing from across the living room. She was telling a story to a group of friends. I set down the bright green puzzle piece I held in my hand. Speckled across it were a million tiny leaves, fragments of a forest. I stood up from the table where my siblings and I were chipping away at the puzzle. I looked again at my mother, who moved her hands musically through the air. My mother is a brilliant storyteller. Captivated, I skipped over to her. When I drew nearer, I heard her joke about my little brother. Andrew has always been stubborn, in my tummy years ago and still to this day. I giggled and grew excited. I loved when my mother told stories. I stepped closer to her and tugged on her shirt. I squealed with delight. Mommy, Mommy, tell my story next. What was I like in your tummy? Beaming, I looked up at her and waited with anticipation.
Really nice job.
Thanks so much.
Really great. That was something. The next category is documentary long, and the nominees are Hot Rocks and Pretty Trash by Samantha Nolan, Let Her Sing by Siamak Dagenpour, and Reviving the Forgotten River by 568 Productions. The winner is Reviving the Forgotten River, 586 Productions.
The Anacostia River is Washington, D.C.'s river. That's where I learned how to swim, right there along the Anacostia.
Why is all this stuff in here, you know?
There was about 2 to 3 billion gallons of sewage going into the river every year.
The water was 25 feet deep. Now we're lucky to have 5 feet.
They should never have been allowed to get this far.
This ongoing love and connection to the Anacostia has always been present in various community groups who've been working for decades to restore and reclaim the river. We're beginning to see the fruits of their labor now.
I would like to see Washington, D.C. prioritize the Anacostia and make it fishable, swimmable, and an iconic river going forward.
Congratulations. Thank you. Wonderful stuff. Hi, how are you?
Thank you.
Why don't you all stand over there in that light and get a picture? So I'm happy to bring back to the podium Professor Larry Engel to award our graduate thesis categories.
We got an exciting crowd here. I'm really pleased, and congratulations to everyone, nominees and winners. Great to see some truly smiling faces. So the first category for thesis is the graduate thesis documentary, and we have a winner, and it is After the Bomb by Heather Brumley. Congrats, Heather.
We were only in for a coffee and apple tart and fresh cream. My memory stops about 4:30 that day.
This was the scene outside the Abercorn restaurant in Belfast on March the 4th. 2 women were killed and 136 injured, many of them severely.
My highest point of anger was after the Good Friday Agreement. People like me were not considered at all.
Almost 4,000 people died in the Troubles, but the number of injured may run into the tens of thousands.
It was a fight. It was a fight to be heard.
Oh, Heather. Yay, Heather. Okay, our second category is graduate thesis fiction, and we have a winner, and it is Catharsis by Kayla Fife.
Hey everyone, my name is Riley. I know there's a lot going around right now, and I'm here to clear some stuff up.
Perhaps you are on YouTube, so congratulations. Thank you.
All right, so we now are going to talk about our sponsors. A word from our sponsors. Who are our sponsors? Let's see our sponsors. There they are. So I got a couple things to say about our sponsors. First off, these are community sponsors, and the first two I'm going to talk about in just a moment. But these four organizations have been generous enough to donate to certain categories and certain prizes. And the first two, SoundSnap is a sound effects library, soundsnap.com. And 9 of our film and video categories will be receiving a 1-year free membership to the sound effects library. And these categories are, we've already seen them, thesis fiction and doc, documentary long, grad doc short, undergrad doc short, grad fiction long, grad fiction short, undergrad fiction long, and undergrad fiction short. So those winners will receive codes from us for free access to the sound effects library. Also, those very same 9 winners will be receiving an invitation to a post-audio workshop with sound department out of Cannonsville, Maryland. They'll be joining re-recording mixer Kevin Hill and post-sound coordinator Jamie Horgan on the dub stage at sound department as they dissect, examine, and discuss a wide range of aspects of the post-sound process, including prep, spotting sessions, design, mix, and options, and dive into dive into Pro Tools for a mix session and pull back the proverbial curtain behind the ins and outs of sonic storytelling. So we're happy. We'll be reaching out to you to schedule those. And then I'm going to present our remaining sponsored categories. These are all chosen from previous categories winners, so we will not be seeing a trailer, but you can come up for yet another trophy. So first off, we have our our Women in Film and Video Craft Awards and DEI Award. If you don't know, Women in Film and Video is a very prolific local organization. You don't have to be a woman to be a member. And they do networking events, they do screenings, they do feedback, they do all kinds of stuff. So if you're not a member, even if you don't win what will be a free membership through these awards, you should look them up and get involved. It's a great way to meet other filmmakers in the DC area and find out what's going on. But they donate 1-year free membership to Women in Film and Video in our Craft Awards. So our first Craft Award will be in cinematography, and the winner is After the Bomb by Heather Brumley. We do give out trophies for these if you want another one. Congratulations. Our second Craft Award from Women in Film and Video is for editing, and the winner is Dear Ocean by Giovanna Rice. Congrats again. Our third Craft Award is for audio, and it goes to Omikaze by Tristan Out. Congrats again. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Tristan.
The fourth sponsored award from Women in Film and Video is our DEI Award, Diversity and Inclusion, and it goes to our judges suggest some stories and some submissions that are addressing stories that might be normally unsung or marginalized or underrepresented. And for this year, the award goes to Stone Fort from Marjay Cox. Hey, how's it going?
Great. This is good. This is good.
Our final sponsored awards, before I give you my final thoughts of the night, is the Will Interactive Award, which is the Fiction That Matters Award. And they've given me some copy to read. So Will Interactive sponsors $500 cash prize for the winning filmmaker or filmmakers. And Will Interactive was created in 1994 to improve the human community through education and training. Will Interactive combines instructional storytelling, the dramatic arts, and technology to create interactive movies to improve critical thinking and positive decision-making. The award is for a narrative undergraduate or graduate film that demonstrates both filmmaking excellence and media that matters. The goal of the award is to reward young filmmakers who use a narrative to express their social conscience, voice an opinion on an important topic, or simply teach. And our nominees are four. We have Stone Fort by Mark Cox, Alishka and the Pink Dress, I'm sorry I don't have names here, Omikaze by Tristan Au, and Translated Reflections by May Matute. And our winner is Omikaze by Tristan Au. Tristan, am I saying that right?
Can I quickly say one thing?
Yeah.
So I want to really thank my mentor, Jimmy Ward, who was a MA here at AU. He brought me on my first set and helped me with Omakase. And he's just been a mentor to me where I felt like I never knew I had one here at AU, except for Jimmy Ward. But I love the AU faculty, but Jimmy Ward really was somebody who I connected through with Bridget Maher, so thank you to Bridget Maher, I guess. But that shows that AU creates filmmakers that help the next generation of filmmakers, and that's what's really special to me, so thank you.
Thank you. That was great. So before I turn y'all loose into the night, if I could ask for our presenters and our winners to stick around just for a few minutes for some group photos, I would really appreciate that. We're trying to make that a habit and a tradition. And Amani will take some group photos up here on the stage. So just, rush the stage when we're done. And I always say at the end of these nights, everybody here, I believe, has done something amazing, whether you were nominated or not, and whether you won or not. And I'm really glad you're all here to celebrate with us. And we can teach you how to make this stuff, but it's up to you to get it out into the world. And it's really great when you can share your stories with other people. And since it's our first year on Film Freeway, your work is already ready to go. Find a festival, send it in, and be prepared for rejection. But send it in again. I myself have been sending things out and getting rejected lately. I know what it's like. It's okay. We all go through it. But with that, you've been a lovely crowd, and thank you for coming, and have a great night.